Hey y'all, it's Brody, and today I'm here to talk about ThriftBooks and do like a little mini used secondhand book haul for you today. So, ThriftBooks is an online bookstore where you can get secondhand copies of books from different like library sales and distributors and like friends of the library type thing. It's one of my favorite websites because the prices are so good. And I haven't used it in like 2 years because I just kind of like stopped buying books online and I just bought from like my Barnes& and Noble. So I placed one online order. I got 5 books for $25 and I'm here to show them to you today. 2 of them I've already opened because the thing about ThriftBooks is they ship from so many different places that they don't always arrive like all in the same day in the same package. So yeah. The first one I got is a graphic novel called Taproot by Keezy Young. This was recommended to me by my friend Aiden. I've already read this. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. It's got a really pretty like green and like brown and cream and blue color scheme. It is about a gardener who can see ghosts, and he falls in love with one of the ghosts named Blue. And there's also some kind of spooky stuff happening where like the ghosts are starting to fade out and they don't really know what's going on, so they're trying to figure out this mystery. It's short, it's cute, it's queer. I read it in 45 minutes and I loved it and I already want to reread it, so I would recommend checking it out. The second one I got is He Who Dreams by Melanie Florence. This is a really short, I think middle grade book. It's under 200 pages. It's 137 pages. It's about a boy named John who he starts getting bullied by his like soccer teammates, and he wants to reconnect with his Cree and Irish heritage. This is own voices for that representation. So he basically has to learn how to balance his responsibilities and, figure out where he fits in a world that tells him like you're not white enough and you're not native enough. So I'm excited to jump into this. It's really short. I'm gonna like burn through this in one sitting. And next we have the package that just arrived. So there's 3 books in here. Let's just pop it open. I should have got scissors. I'm weak. Okay, it's so close to being open. Hold on. There we go. First, I picked up Bone Gap by Laura Ruby. This is, I believe, a young adult Hades and Persephone retelling that takes place in a small town. My friend Weezy really liked this book, and I've been wanting to pick it up since it came out, and I just kind of always put it off. But here we go. I got it. I'm very excited. Okay, so this one was listed in used condition, which means it's not going to be like a new book. This is a secondhand book. So you can see right here, you've got like some sticky stuff from the stickers that have been peeled off. There's some like straggly pages. But like, it's fine because I'm not picky about what my books look like, especially secondhand books. I'm very excited to jump into this, so yeah. Next, I have 100 Fathoms Below. This is by Stephen L. Kent and Nicholas Kaufman. If you've been following my channel for a little bit, you know that I love like maritime horror. This follows a crew who is in a submarine, a nuclear submarine. It takes place in 1983, and there's something going on the ship, and people are starting to die one by one, and they have to figure out what's going on. I picked this up on my friend Erica's recommendation, Erica from The Perks of Books. I will link her channel down below, so make sure you go check that out. Erica is one person I can always trust with recommendations, so and finally, I have Wax by Gina D'Amico. I have never heard of this book, and then I found it browsing ThriftBooks, and I'm really excited for it. This is a young adult comedy horror that takes place in this town called Paraffin, where they're famous for making candles. And so essentially, this follows a teenage girl named Poppy who she lives in this town, and then one day she finds behind the candle store in the candle factory there are these huge lifelike wax figures that kind of creep her out. So she's like, okay, I'm just gonna leave, I'm gonna ignore this. She goes home, and then one of the wax figures is a boy who just bursts out of her trunk screaming. So she tries to return him to the factory, but there's a fire and the factory has burned down. So now it's up to Poppy and this boy to figure out what the fuck is going on in Paraffin. Something that you should be aware of with thrift books before you buy them, if you're someone who likes your books to look like perfect straight off the bookstore shelves, you know, maybe it's not for you. I don't mind my books having a little bit of damage here and there. Um, it's interesting to me the different levels that they come through, because this one was like new. This one was, I think, marked as either new or like new. Um, this one was marked as acceptable. It's in like really good condition. However, these were all marked as good, and good is supposed to be a step above acceptable. I just think it's weird to say, like, this is in good condition and this is acceptable condition, but like I said, it depends on the person who has the books listed. Also, this on the back cover is a little bit ripped, but like, it's fine. I don't care. I just want you to be aware so you know what you're getting into if you've never ordered from them before. They do come with their own little labels on the side. I have not had the best luck with peeling them off in the past. So Taproot, because it was a new book, it didn't come with a label. However, the other four did. Like I said, I don't care. I think it's cute because whenever I look at my shelves, I can just pick out my ThriftBooks books like that. But if that's not something that you like, then, you know, figure out a way to remove the sticker. Another thing with ThriftBooks is they have free, I believe it's just free US shipping. I'm not sure. I will double check. But they have free shipping for orders over $10. And this isn't sponsored or anything, clearly, but because I have an account and I am like a member, if you use the link that I will leave in the description, you can get a discount on your purchase, and then I also get points. If you're a member, you get points towards a free book for every like dollar that you spend. So I will leave that down below so you can go check that out and get yourself some books like I did. Something else to note, you do get library copies sometimes. All of the library copies I've ever gotten have been marked as ex-library, but it's really easy to like take the cover off. If you want a tutorial on that, I can show you how I do it. Let me see if I have an example of how I did it. This is another one that I ordered from ThriftBooks in 2018 when I placed my last order. As you can see, it is a library copy. If you want a tutorial on how I take used library copies and make them into, like, you know, no library copies, I can show you. It's a little difficult because you will have some damage on the inside underneath the flap. You see this one has like scarring right there, but you know what? It depends on your aesthetic. It depends on your personal aesthetic. Personally, I'm not a fan of like the glossy shiny thing, but because I figured out how to do it, I can fix it pretty easily. I love ThriftBooks. I have missed ThriftBooks so much. I'm so glad that I like rediscovered my love for them, and I will definitely be placing some more orders soon. Also, another thing too, if you are not satisfied with the condition that your books come in, ThriftBooks has amazing customer service. The best customer service out of any company I've ever dealt with as far as like online book buying goes. They, like, no questions asked. You, if you are not satisfied or if the book is like too damaged to read, you don't have to worry about sending it back. You can keep it and they'll refund you your money or send you another copy. They're also very nice. I tweeted about doing an order and I said like, it's good to be back, and they were like, we're so glad, we've missed you so much. Like, ThriftBooks, I love ThriftBooks so much. And like I said, this isn't sponsored or anything. I'm not cool enough for that. But I love this company, and I just want to talk about it with you because it's relevant to the channel, and that's what I'm doing. So if you've read any of the books that I bought today, let me know your thoughts on them down in the comments. As always, just leave them spoiler-free, because I have not read these, and I don't want to get spoiled, and you don't want to spoil anyone else. That's not a cool thing to do. Comment question of the day. What's your favorite online site to buy books from? Things that you love, websites that you love, things that you think I should check out. Anything similar to ThriftBooks, though, because I do appreciate the very affordable prices. Like I said, I got all 5 of these for 25 bucks. So yeah, I'm looking for affordable, I'm looking for good condition, and I'm looking for good customer service. If you've made it to this point in the video, make sure you leave me an emoji so I know you made it till the end, preferably a yellow heart, because those are my favorite. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful, whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you next time with another video. Thank you for watching. Okay, cool. Bye. Also, if you want to subscribe, that would be really cool, because I'm almost to 1,000.